Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting episode by the podcast by Amref Health Africa. I'm your host today. My name is Victoria Kanari, and we've been having groundbreaking conversations. We've been having conversations around health systems, around leadership in Africa, around innovation. And today we're just lucky to have one of the youth president doing great, amazing things in Ethiopia. And I'll just allow my guest to introduce himself, and then we can start our conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. This is Biruk from Addis Ababa. I'm currently serving as a president in Enderase Youth Association. Enderase is Amharic word which means ambassador or regent. It's a youth association that focuses on enlightening, empowering and exposing the untapped potential of the Ethiopian and African youths. We have been actively working on different areas, youth mental and SRH, at the same time youth leadership and also advocacy works.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So welcome to AHIAC 2025. This is our 6th edition here at Kigali, Rwanda.
Yes.
And we just want to know more about, your experience at AHIAC. How has it been for the past 3 days? Today is the final day, so I'm sure you've had conversations, you've gone to sessions. What can you tell us about, your experience so far?
AHIAC 2025 is really amazing. In fact, it's my second time here in Kigali, and we're able to meet, to network with different youth leaders in the health. At the same time, different innovations, different products that are made by in the industry, in the health industry. At the same time, we get updated what our continent currently facing in the health system. At the same time, what we have to do as the next generation, we are the solution of the African. So we will get to experience, to get updated, and also to be able to think what's going to be the next, because the solution does not come from the outside. We are the one, not only future leaders, but today leaders. So it was really amazing experience, and Amref Health is doing really amazing things. We were able to know the experience in different countries, the youth innovation that are making impact, that are changing the life of the community, and also the culture exposure. There are different kinds of cultures, histories, backgrounds, so users were able to connect, to share their ideas, to share their identity, and to get to more be closer and to know each other. So it was really amazing experience. It's sad that it ends today, but the networking and the collaboration will continue. Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you. So I know you've attended a youth summit. I don't know if you want to tell us more about, that engagement, the conversations that were had there.
Yeah, it was on Sunday afternoon. It was AHIAC Youth Summit organized by Amref Youth Program. It hosts the CEO of Amref Health, and at the same time different young leaders from across the continent. And the point that I get enlightened is that we didn't yet started work. We have huge potential. We have untapped resource, but we have not started yet. That was the triggering point that I get from the summit, and also the abundance of the network. We work different kinds of meaningful, impactful workers in our youth community, and also in the community that we live at large, but we are not yet connected yet. So I like the thing that it's connected for change. We must engage in such kind of programs, and also this kind of programs must be continued, and at the same time must be done, like this annually, monthly, or because there are different young change makers around the continent, but because of lack of the networking, lack of communication, we were not able to share what problems that we face and to find solution for the others. So it really was amazing. And also the leaders at Amref were sharing experiences, how we can tackle the problems and change to the solution. And I really get inspired, engaged and motivated to do great things back to my country.
Nice. So you've mentioned the connected for change as a theme.
Yes.
Let's unpack that in terms of how could the youth, throughout Africa just come together in that, the theme connected for change and just start, because you said we are yet to start.
Yes.
So how would you tell the youth listening, how would they connect to actually move this thing along?
I think the first thing must be passion or desire to be connected, because it's not, it doesn't come from by outward force that just you have to connect, you have to make a change, something like that. Yeah. But the youth of Africa must have a desire to connect, not for the other stuff, but to make a change, to make impact in their community. So to be motivated, to be passionate by itself, it's the first step. And then there are a lot of communication ways that we can connect, that we can engage. Let me share my experience. We started, one of our projects is the African Youth Forum, which we hosted in 2024, last year, November, at the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa in Addis Ababa. And we want to connect other users from the other African countries. But how? Because our resource is very small and in need of other stuff. So why not if we make it hybrid format? So, we start the registration, and surprisingly, more than 10 countries, users from 10 countries has been represented. Through what? Through using virtual media, using internet. So the second one can be finding a ways to get connected. There are different kinds of communication. If you are passionate and, interested to connect and then to make a change, there are ways to get communicated. And the third one is making a change. Our connection has not to be ended on TikTok, chats on WhatsApp or other stuff. It have to pass that and make a sensible, meaningful communication and change in the work that we do. That's how the world is changing. So we are the next leaders. Why not Africans can change the world? It's a matter of connecting and making that connection changing to a meaningful engagement. In terms of that, we can make a connection that makes a change, I think.
Yeah. Wow. So passion and interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So where do you think leadership plays a role in, just empowering the youth to actually, run with the change that we wish to see?
Leadership is a key thing. It's a vital thing in the process of this, because, we have everything we need to make a connection and change. We have everything we need to improve our health system, to make a development that lasts longer. But the key point is the leadership one, because everything comes and will stop by the person who is in the position of the leadership. That's why I am always saying that young peoples have to come to the leadership position to bring innovative ideas, creative solutions, so that the decision at the leader will move forward and make a change. So leadership is very vital role. That's why our association have different programs and projects. As I mentioned you before, the African Youth Forum is one of a platform to build a partnership and network among young leaders in Africa and to amplify their voice to policymakers, government, and others. At the same time, there is a program called Lead Workshop to equip young leaders, to empower community leaders, and also to create their connection. So such kind of program has to be encouraged at large level, because leadership, as I mentioned before, is a vital point where all the thoughts, all the works, all the discussions that we are having comes to implementation or not.
Wow. So, for example, now you have this movement in Ethiopia. So are you looking to actually, integrate this in other nations? Do you have a vision for that?
Yeah, definitely. And it will come to pass.
Yeah.
The vision is to create, as I mentioned you, the connection. While I was at Youth Connect previously also, I created a lot of connection from here, Rwanda, to other African countries also. So we have a plan to extend our programs to other parts of African countries because it must be. We can't wait as a foreign aids or foreign companies to come and to work with our users or with our community. We, the youth of Africa, are the one who are going to make it, and we will make it.
Oh, nice. So are you using social media to
Yes, exactly.
have these conversations?
Exactly.
Okay.
We have a LinkedIn page called Enderase Youth Association, more than 4,000 followers. At the same time, in other social medias also, TikTok, Telegram, YouTube, Instagram also. And it's quite increasingly because we just started in 3 years, but the connection, the communication that we get is very huge. And there is a lot of demand. What I can see is that we get message letters from Kenya, from Ghana, from regions in Ethiopia, northern, southeast, and all the question and the requests are once just we want to connect and engage. That's why we are at full wing to make that happen. So yeah, we are using for good.
Nice. So as we wrap up, I'd like to ask you for one call to action, just one for the youth listening. What should they know? What should they take away from you? Like a call to action.
Yeah. That's the most interesting part to speak. So what I would say is that Africa needs young leaders who are enlightened, empowered, and able to be exposed. That's our mission at my association, is to enlighten the mind of the youth, to empower their potential, and to expose their talent to the world. So users in Africa, this is your time. This is your time to shine out. This is your time to use all what you have and to light on the darkness that we are facing and to make a change. The past generation has done what they have to do. We can see the Adwa victory, that's a victory of blacks that has been done in Ethiopia to fight against colonialism. But now we Africans are the one who can repeat that victory in terms of economy, in terms of development, in terms of independence from any other oppression or, stress chains that are blocking us from going ahead and making impact. So you have the potential, you can expand your imagination. You are not limited to your village, you are not limited to your city, you are not limited even to Africa. You can bring a new innovation, creativity, and new leadership also in the health industry to make a long-lasting impact and also to become a blessing for the future generation. Thank you so much.
Nice. You had it here first. This is your time, the youth of Africa.
Exactly.
And we are doing away with the barriers that are holding us back.
Yes.
And we're taking this running. And that has been it. I've been your host, Victoria Canary, and this is Victoria. The podcast at Amref. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you.